All right, everybody, thank you for joining me this afternoon. We are here for live tornado outbreak coverage. This outbreak is about to be on its way here. We have a tornado watch now issued for portions of northern Illinois, northwestern Indiana, eastern Iowa, and southeastern Wisconsin here, all right? So this is going to be a very high-end tornado threat for this area under the tornado watch at the minute. All right, we go ahead and take a look at the details. Let me go ahead and pull it up. This should just take a second. Sorry. There we go. NWS tornado. Let's see here. The tornado watch specifies a few tornadoes likely, widespread hail up to apple size likely, scattered gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible. So all threats are in play here, and most of them are pretty high end. The tornado threats kind of at a moderate risk for a tornado watch. The hail threat is very high end. Widespread hail up to apple size likely, and scattered gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible. The wind's kind of at a moderate risk as well, okay? So we could definitely be looking at potentially a severe weather or even a tornado outbreak in this area starting very, very soon here for everybody surrounded in these yellow boxes, all right? So let's go ahead and turn on the day one convective outlook here from the Storm Prediction Center. We see that we have two enhanced risks of severe weather, all right? Let me go and turn off the fire risks just so that things don't get too confusing. And you know what? I think I also still have my, oh, no, I don't have my, the flooding risk. Okay, I do not have it on. Okay, so you see, the oranges are your enhanced risks of severe weather. We have one down here to the south for portions of southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, northern Kentucky, southern Indiana, and southwestern Ohio here from Chillicothe back over to Cape Girardeau. And then our other one is up here for the Chicago area, northwest Indiana, southeastern Wisconsin. All right, so a tornado watch will likely be issued soon for the area down here to the south, but these southern storms are likely not going to pop up until much later, which is why there has not been one issued already for this area here, okay? But later on in the night, if not sooner, you can be expecting your tornado watch to be issued in this area, okay? We have no flash flood warnings in effect. Those are in Canada. I can't figure out how to turn off the rainfall warnings, so I think I'm just going to turn off flash flood warnings entirely here just so that Canada's flood warnings don't pop up. There we go. Turn those off, and for some reason they're still popping up. That is a little annoying. Let's see if I can fix that. Sorry about this, guys. Let's see. Turn it back off again. No, that did literally nothing. Okay. Well, they should disappear soon. But we actually do have some threats in play right now. In terms of snow, that's right, we are talking about a severe weather outbreak potentially and snow events going on at the same exact time. We have two snow squall warnings out here to the west, all right? These dark blue boxes here are your snow squall warnings. Light blue is a special weather statement. But you can see out here in eastern Colorado, western Kansas, there is a very significant band of snow here crossing the Kansas-Colorado border, okay? So if you are in this area, do not go outside and drive. This is a very dangerous snow squall, for sure. It's definitely got gusty winds with it. Heavy snowfall, whiteout conditions. Hello, Mr. Storm. Sorry I didn't see your chat message sooner. I just pulled up my chat. But yeah, we are getting ready for this outbreak to be underway. But until then, we can kind of just chill here and talk about the snow. We also have a special weather statement up here in Nebraska for heavy snowfall. This one could be even more significant. I wouldn't be surprised if a snow squall warning gets issued for the Norfolk area soon. But yeah. We also have some blizzard warnings here off to the north. I don't know why I talked so loud there, but I did. So, red boxes there, those are your blizzard warnings. So we have one for Grand Forks, we have one for Fargo, Valley City, Grafton, that whole area there in these red boxes. Those are your blizzard warnings. Blizzard conditions, damaging wind gusts with heavy snowfall, but this event's mainly over for you guys, actually. It's mainly past you, but today you've seen some pretty intense blizzard conditions. So, yeah. you'll notice that right now we really don't have anything going on in our risks of severe weather other than just a few showers. But it will not take a long time for these showers to immediately turn into severe thunderstorms because there are so many ingredients in play here that are at a high end risk. So a shower can potentially develop into a severe thunderstorm within the span of like 10 minutes. Okay, so you see, we've already got some heavier shower activity out here in eastern Iowa. All right, once this gets into the area here where our severe weather ingredients are more in play, like in the slight and enhanced risks of severe weather, those will likely pop off, and they could end up being some of those storms that cause the problems. All right, it's really not going to be a widespread event everywhere. Okay, just because you're in the orange boxes does not mean you're going to see severe weather, but if you do, it has the potential to produce strong, damaging tornadoes, very large hail up to apple size, and damaging gusts potentially up to 70 miles per hour to the north, but maybe even higher, up to 75. I wouldn't even rule out an isolated gust up to 80 down here in the south, which that on its own, even without being tornadic, that can be very dangerous. So, yeah. Get another update here on our snow. Nebraska still got a good snow band going there. Same thing out here on the Kansas-Colorado border. So, yeah, it doesn't look like much is going on at the minute, but again, like a cell like this, once it starts to move into the areas here that have high instability, all right, they've got good shear, good cape. It's not gonna take long for it to become severe. You know what they say though, don't be scared, be prepared. Have a tornado action plan in place if you're anywhere in the dark green, yellow, or orange zones today. Like even the dark green, even the marginal risk of severe weather, I would not rule out a tornado threat for those areas just because if a storm does manage to pop off in those areas, it can quickly produce a tornado just as easily as it can almost in the yellow and orange areas. But the reason that they're only at a green area here is because storms are less likely to form in general. So yeah, we do have several storm chasers out here heading for the Chicago area, it looks like, so that's good. But at the minute, not too much going on here. Figured I'd go ahead and start my stream now because I know a lot of weather YouTubers are going to be live later tonight whenever the event does get more intense. This event is going to be a late nighttime thing, especially down to the south, like Evansville, Louisville, Cincinnati. Your threat is going to be nocturnal, all right? It is going to be late in the night, potentially even early morning into the tomorrow. So it's definitely not going to be something that I'm going to be able to be live for. But yeah, I know some other weather YouTubers will. Ryan Hull probably will. So yeah. Decided to do my stream now while there's basically nobody live. Oh yeah. I do want to do an update here on the fire threat. Sorry, I gotta clear my throat real quick. Been talking too much. We have a critical fire risk still in effect here for areas in Texas and Oklahoma, Kansas, but we have evacuation orders in effect here for portions of the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles now. The fires got so bad, they are, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they are evacuating these areas. So, we've still got a lot of fire warnings in effect. This is definitely a very high-end fire outbreak, wildfire outbreak down here in the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. I did talk about yesterday about the threat moving into Oklahoma, and it did. So, I mean, they were already in the threat, but I mean the fires, and they did. Let's see here. What else is there to talk about? Got some wind chill advisories here in northeast Minnesota. Wind chills as low as 30 below zero. I know it's northern Minnesota, but you don't see wind chill advisories for 30 degrees below zero that often in late February. Usually that's only like stuff you see at the peak of winter. The red flag warnings for the fire danger extend all the way from Missouri back into New Mexico, so it's a huge area there that's at risk. So if you're under a red flag warning, don't do any outdoor burning today. So again, it's this gusty shower area here that could turn into some storms soon. Thank you.
I found it.
Okay. Sorry about that. My brother came in there. But yeah, we got gusty showers here, potentially turning into some storms soon in eastern Iowa. Right now, they're in the Cedar Rapids area, but I don't think Cedar Rapids is going to see any severe weather. I think these storms are going to pass Cedar Rapids and then turn severe, if that makes sense. Again, there is some very high instability in this area. So, if you don't know what instability is, basically it's whenever there's not that many clouds before a storm arrives, and if it's like sunny, then whenever that storm arrives, it could be even stronger. That's what instability is. And there is quite a bit of sunshine in this area here. Looks like the Chicago area is kind of partly cloudy. But normally before a big storm like this comes, it's overcast. But no, got quite a bit of instability here. Looks like we got a couple of new special weather statements here in eastern Nebraska. Or just one more, I guess, for this snow squall. It keeps on moving off to the east here. Eventually, this will approach Sioux City. Actually, it's getting ready to enter Sioux City right now, so look out for that. Let's see if we can see any snowfall here on this northwest Iowa camera here near Spirit Lake. It's 13 degrees here with a negative 20 wind chill. Dang. Yeah, so you see we got some snow falling here over the lake. Surprised this is not all frozen yet. But yeah, that is some pretty heavy snow. It's kind of hard to see on the camera because it's pretty low quality, but... So, again, I want to see the next radar update here for these showers in eastern Iowa. We only have one county in Iowa that's under a tornado watch, which is pretty interesting. Or are these Iowa too? I can't tell if this is Iowa or Illinois, these two counties, but I think they're Illinois. Yeah, they're definitely Illinois, actually. So we've only got one county in Iowa under a tornado watch. It's Davenport. Got some flood watches out to the east here for whenever the rain gets a little bit heavier for areas like West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Looks like we've even got some storms popping off here in Virginia, just the north of Roanoke, which is really surprising. Man, there's even some, there's lightning strikes on that within the past 5 minutes. It's kind of surprising. This stream will definitely not be focused on these southern storms as much as it will the northern storms here. Again, it only takes one group of showers or storms to enter through here to pop off, and then boom, we have severe storms capable of producing strong tornadoes. Yeah, so again, we've got storm chasers, is that Brad Arnold or Brandon Kopic? I don't remember, but here's Corey Gherkin and oh, that's Brandon Kopic, and it even looks like we've got Vince Walty out there. So we got 3 chasers here all together in Kentland, Indiana right now, and then 1 Brad Arnold up here near Otto, Illinois, heading for the Chicago suburbs. It looks like. Tomorrow we have a marginal risk of severe weather here. For oh man, they really extended that. It goes all the way from Tennessee back up into New York, and even New Hampshire. That's kind of crazy. Before it was just like up to West Virginia. Last time I'd seen it. If a slight risk gets issued tomorrow, which is maybe a possibility, I might go live. I don't know though. Today is definitely much more concerning than tomorrow is going to be. Yeah. Shower activity may be increasing out here. Yeah, we've also got some flood watches ahead of the storm up here in the northeast. Dang it, I don't know how to turn off these rainfall warnings. They only pop up on my computer, and I don't use Radar Omega on my computer. Hey, Ethan. I appreciate everybody tuning in, even if they are just here to troll me. That makes me happy. Algorithm boost. Again, so Cedar Rapids right now, maybe getting some rain showers. These showers are going to be what causes the problem for storms here later down the line in our area that has the tornado watch. This slight risk does go up into, like, Michigan even. Not too convinced we're going to see that much in Michigan here, but it is a possibility. But it is going to be cold in Michigan. Like, we have winter weather advisories up. Because we could even be looking at snow and ice on the backside of this thing. To create maybe a low-end threat for a winter storm here in the Midwest. But it's from this system here that's already created a winter storm here in the upper Midwest. But it's going to take a southeast dive. Still got our snow squall warnings out here on the Colorado-Kansas border. These are just to the south of Goodland. Looks like if you're in Goodland, you may have already seen some flurries out there, maybe even some heavy snow, it looks like. But you're probably just barely going to get missed by this band here that's right now in the Cheyenne Wells, Sheridan Lake area. Radar update, yeah, still heavy. Go ahead and click on our tornado watch here. Again, overall tornado threat moderate, EF2 to EF5 risk moderate, wind threat moderate, 75 mile per hour plus wind risk low, hail threat high, 2-inch plus hail risk moderate, overall severe risk very high. So, pretty high-end tornado watch here. Not a PDS tornado watch, but those are only issued whenever there's a very bad outbreak. And I'm not totally convinced we're going to see like a tornado outbreak out of this. I think at the very least we're definitely seeing a severe weather outbreak, but it doesn't take that much to be classified as a severe weather outbreak. But a tornado outbreak cannot be ruled out. It just can't. I think the main thing is that there's 2 areas that can see tornadoes. If you're in either of these yellow circles, you have a 10% chance to see a strong tornado, EF2 to EF5 possibly. So again, Cape Girardeau back towards Cincinnati, and then just south of the Chicago suburbs. Pretty high-end tornado risk here. If you're just now tuning in, we are looking at what's going to be a severe weather outbreak possibly within the next few hours here for portions of northern Illinois, all the way down to southern Illinois, most of Indiana here. Hello, Broderick Howard. But yeah, watching this upcoming tornado outbreak, possibly a tornado outbreak, I should say, pretty closely here. So if you have any questions about your area, leave them down below in the chat. Kind of excited to see Broderick Howard here. He's a pretty big weather YouTuber. It's one that I watch a little bit. It's pretty cool, honestly. He's got like over 1,000 subs on YouTube. So yeah, really, we're just kind of waiting at the minute, but while we're waiting, we're taking a look at the fire risk, the snow risk, and everything else that's going on in the United States. Again, if you're just now tuning in, got a severe weather outbreak on the way here for the Midwest. I said in a previous video, what starts springtime for me is the first Midwest severe weather outbreak that you have that year. And it's looking like after this, I'm going to have to admit that it's springtime. I hate to get rid of winter, but still got our snow squall warnings in effect, special weather statements in effect for the snow as well. Fires are really bad in the Panhandle right now. Check out the Amarillo radar. Yeah, they are. They are very bad. My goodness. Dude, that is kind of insane. Anybody that's not aware of what's going on with this here, this is not rain. This is because of the fire out here in western Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. It is a very intense fire. I know they have quite a few evacuation orders in effect in that area, so everybody send your thoughts and prayers out to those people. That is possibly even more dangerous than this severe weather outbreak will be. Hopefully everybody got out of there. The thing is, though, with those fires is you get a lot more warning than you do with a severe weather outbreak. So yeah, really just waiting for this to get underway. But as soon as a storm gets into this environment here that's really favorable for tornadic activity, it's all going to pop off. It's all downhill from there. I went live as soon as this tornado watch got issued. Maybe it wasn't the best decision. I was just really excited to go live. I'm gonna be honest. I love doing this. I love chatting with viewers. The cold front is about to hit too, so the fires are going to start moving very quickly south. Definitely a dangerous environment. Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. Speaking of cold fronts, right now in the Midwest, let's go ahead and turn on our temperatures, right? We're seeing, let's see, let's turn on Central Illinois here. We got 76 in Bloomington, 77 in Peoria, 80 in Springfield. That's a glitch in Jacksonville, I believe. But we have a system moving in that is going to bring these temps from the high 70s, low 80s to the 30s tomorrow. So if you're enjoying this warm weather here in the Midwest, like I know I am, it is not going to last. So sorry about that. But yeah, this storm is going to bring the temperatures crashing down so hard that the back end of this thing could turn into a little bit of snow. And there's not going to be a widespread accumulation from this, but, you know, maybe northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, maybe a little bit of snow on the back end of the severe event. Really, Iowa's not going to be seeing that much. Right now, you're seeing the showers. That's about as much as you're going to see. My friend said that today the forecast called for thunderstorms and tomorrow it's supposed to snow. Yeah, it's crazy. Severe thunderstorms one day, snow the next. That is just crazy to think about. Definitely one of the bigger severe weather events we've seen for a little bit here. Haven't really seen that much in the month of February in terms of severe weather. Last month was pretty active, right? We had tornadoes in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Actually, you know what? I said this month wasn't very active for tornadoes. I forgot about the southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois event. Had an EF2 in southern Wisconsin. And, you know what? I also forgot about the EF2 near Valdosta, Georgia. So, latest HRRR model doesn't show storms forming for another 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, it probably wasn't great to go live at this time. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking maybe I end the stream somewhat soon and come back when things actually pop off. I just went live because the tornado watch was issued. But, yeah, that was probably not my best decision. We do have some potential thunderstorm activity maybe starting to develop here in northwest Illinois. So maybe we watch what this does here. Because this is the area that is expected to see storms first, but it's not expected to start till about 6 or 7 p.m. Central Time. So, we'll see. We'll stay here for a few more minutes. If nothing really happens, may come back later. Honestly, though, I am very happy with this stream. Quite a few people tuned in. So, yeah. Anybody that's just tuning in, I know I keep repeating this, but I don't want to just be sitting here saying nothing, so it's better to say this, but anybody just now tuning in, tornado watch has been issued here for northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and northwestern Indiana here. Tornadic activity is going to be happening soon here, alright? Twisters are going to start. I don't know what that drawing was. I just started drawing and tried to see where it would take me. It did not take me into a good place. Again, tomorrow, this will turn into more of a Midwest Northeast event. Oh, wow, we got our first lightning strike here on this storm. See, this is what I was talking about. This was just a shower a few minutes ago, and now we're already seeing lightning on it here. So our first storm here is starting to enter in northwestern Illinois, and this is a very favorable environment here. So near Tampico, I'm not saying this is going to be a terrible storm yet, but I'm saying it could turn into something. We'll just have to wait and see. We had very high instability in this area. So, yeah. Probably a good thing I stayed live here for just that last few minutes, because now we're starting to get somewhere. Again, we had a lightning strike here within the past 5 minutes. In between Geneseo and Tampico in Illinois, northwestern Illinois. So I'm interested to see what this next radar update does. Because who knows, this next radar update, we could be seeing hail on this thing. Maybe even gusty winds. Again, the winds are the lowest out of the 3 big threats for here. That being tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail. Winds are probably the lowest threat, but they're still there. I'd say hail, honestly, is probably the highest threat. Again, hail up to apple size. Widespread hail up to apple size likely. You know, it's not too uncommon to hear of apple size hail, but widespread apple size hail likely? It's pretty interesting to see on a tornado watch. And there's definitely going to be at least 1 or 2 hailstones that get bigger than apple size. So again here, just now tuning in, our first storm is starting to pop off here in northwestern Illinois near Tampico. This is going to be capable of producing some small hail and maybe even a little bit of a tornadic potential. I don't want to act like this can't turn into something. Just because at the minute it's not very impressive doesn't mean that it can't quickly turn into severe. Because this is a great environment for that to happen. Only seen 1 lightning strike on this thing so far. Maybe at the next radar update we'll see a little bit more. But the the lightning strike was just north of Hoople. I don't know how you say that in Illinois here. The only thing is we're really about to enter a radar hole. Kind of in between the Davenport radar and the Chicago radar. But the Chicago radar isn't that great to look at it from. Honestly, this is already taking a little bit of an impressive look to go severe. Got a velocity update. See if the reflectivity updates should be here any second now. It is so hot in this room. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and I'm burning up. I'm literally sweating just sitting here. I really figured the reflectivity update was going to happen any second, but it has not happened yet. Should see it very soon, though. So again, could see some more lightning strikes pop up here with this storm, so get indoors. This little cell is capable of producing lightning, at least. Probably some small hail, though, later down the line. Really not even too far away from it producing hail, possibly. I'm really confused why the reflectivity update isn't here yet. Correlation coefficient hasn't updated either, it's just the velocities. So again, we take a look here at the past frames. Watch this. Look at how quickly that popped up. Just watch. Nothing, a few sprinkles, boom, a storm. That is kind of crazy. And there we go. Now we've possibly got some small hail on this thing with this new radar update. Possibly some small hail here falling near Tampico in Illinois. And, you know, within the next 5 minutes, this could literally go severe. That is crazy to see how quickly this pops up. Like 10 minutes ago, this was a few sprinkles. And now it's a storm capable of producing hail. That is crazy. Velocities don't really support anything to indicate that there's rotation on it yet, but Definitely small hail possible here, so we'll see. And there we go. It's severe warned. 1.5-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. New severe thunderstorm warning here for Tampico, Prophetstown, Walnut, and Hahnemann in Illinois here. We saw it go from nothing to a severe thunderstorm in the span of 10 minutes. That has got to be one of the quickest severe thunderstorms I've ever seen pop up. So again, get indoors now here if you're in Walnut, Tampico, or Prophetstown in northwestern Illinois. This is a radar indicated threat, but the impact people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roof sidings, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roof sidings and trees. If you are a little bit ahead of this storm, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to bring your car into a garage. If you have time to do that, do it. Like in Walnut, Hahnemann, you have time to bring your car in. Go do it. I know a lot of people are probably driving home from work in this kind of environment, which is not good. I still can't believe how quickly that popped up. That is insane. That is the fastest progression of a severe thunderstorm I've ever seen. In 10 minutes, it went from nothing to 1.5-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Which just shows you what I was talking about. I wasn't lying. It doesn't take long for one of these showers to turn into a severe thunderstorm. I wasn't exaggerating. Here it is. So, Bureau, Lee, Whiteside, and Henry counties in Illinois got a severe thunderstorm warning here. This storm is heading off to the east at northeast at 35 miles per hour. Just now entering Tampico, likely. Should get a new radar update here pretty soon. They'll start updating it more frequently, hopefully, now that we've got a storm going here. Already got that velocity update, but the velocity updates pop up way quicker than the reflectivity updates on this radar, apparently. Dude, it is so hot in this room. I have seriously got to, I don't know. I'm just going to pace around for a little bit. I don't know why that would help, but I feel like it will. Man. It's only like 70 degrees outside, but once you go from it being 30 every day outside to 70, it feels like it's scorching hot. It's 72 degrees right now. 73 degrees. Alright, radar update. Oh my gosh, that hail core has grown so much. Alright, now got some very large hail here. Need to start to get into more serious mode. Heading straight for the city of Tampico in Illinois. Again, heading northeast at 35 miles per hour, so pretty much heading directly for Tampico. And you know what? This storm here south of Davenport, as it enters this environment, this could be the next one that goes severe. And you guys watched that last one. It will not even take 10 to 15 minutes for that to happen. So, down the line here, Oak Grove, Milan, Sherrard, Orion, start preparing now for some possibly large hail. Bring your cars inside. Would be a good idea. Yeah, this is a pretty populated area too. Really, the entirety of northern Illinois is pretty populated. So, you got Chicago, Evanston, Aurora, Joliet, Rockford, eastern Davenport. I know Davenport's in Iowa, but like the Davenport suburbs here out to the east. You got just to the south of Kenosha, that's a pretty populated area. While we wait for this next radar update, we can take a look at some of these other storms here. Looks like we got one here to the west of Dubuque, but really it's not in a good environment. Another crazy thing is this isn't considered a good environment, but go 100 miles to the southeast, prime area for severe storms. So, I mean, the cutoff line is so sharp. If you're in that marginal risk, you know, that's where it starts. That's where the favorable environment begins. So got a new radar update here, still showing that pretty big hail core. Again, take your pets inside. If you have any pets outdoors, take your cars inside. Plants, too. Probably don't have any plants out here in this area during February, but just in case. It has been very warm recently. Go ahead and take a look at our snow here, because we really have no other storms to look at the minute. Again, still a pretty heavy band of snow out here. Very impressive how, like, it's like, if you have OCD, you'll love this snow squall. It's, like, very straight. The cutoff line of it is very sharp. Again, Sioux City, I mean, you're getting some pretty heavy snow right now, probably. And maybe even a little bit of ice. Alright, maybe a little bit of an ice event going on there, so be careful driving. In fact, don't drive in that is what I would really recommend, because visibilities are going to be near zero. Our snow squall warnings over here still got some heavy snow on them. Definitely haven't weakened any. Looks like we got a lightning strike here southwest of Aledo with this little system. So maybe this could be the next storm. I mean, any of these. That one I was talking about a few minutes ago, I was saying, oh, this could be the next severe warn. It is turning into a real fully fledged storm here near Oak Grove. So if you're in Oak Grove, get inside now. Same thing for Milan, I would say. We likely don't have any storms popping off to the south quite yet. Nope. But again, I mean, once they start, they're going. The outbreak literally starts once that happens, so look out. Again, pretty impressive looking severe thunderstorm here near Tampico in Illinois. Looks like max velocity is live. Started his live a few minutes early. Oh my gosh, that hail core is getting huge. Oh my goodness, we might see an upgrade to this severe thunderstorm warning here. Again, you need to get inside if this is coming, and you need to bring anything that's vulnerable to large hail falling inside. Because this is going to be a very bad hailstorm for Tampico. Really, I think it should stay to the south of Prophetstown, but maybe some lightning in Prophetstown. Again, I'm surprised there's not more lightning on this. I don't know why I said it again. That's the first time I said that, but I'm very surprised there's not more lightning on this. It only shows lightning strikes within the past 5 minutes. I think I have it set up for, but still. This is a very big storm here. Look at it from the Chicago radar. Okay, so it actually is showing a lightning strike. Oh, yeah, so it just popped up, actually, on both of them. I guess when it pops up on one, it pops up on all, but, got a lightning strike here to the east of Tampico, so some more lightning is striking. Again, that hail core is nothing to mess around with. I still can't believe that 20 minutes ago this was a shower. Not even a shower. A sprinkle. Just a cloud. And now it's producing hail that is huge. If you do have any reports of large hail damaging winds or tornadic potential, send them in to your local National Weather Service. If you don't know what that is, you can find it pretty easily on Google. But if you're in this storm here, your local one is Davenport. Yeah, it's going to be hard to look at this. A little hard to look at this once it gets further away from Davenport radar. But I guess it won't be too terribly bad. I mean, again, at the minute, it's not showing anything that's dangerous tornadic wise, but any second, that could start. Within 20 minutes, we could see a tornado warning on this storm. Which sounds ridiculous, because right now it's showing no signs of tornadic potential, but 20 minutes ago, this didn't even exist, so... And now it's a fully fledged hailstorm. Should be getting a new radar update any minute here. And again, this storm here near Oak Grove that I was talking about could start to produce some hail here soon if it hasn't already. Some pea-size hail is not out of the question. So Oak Grove, maybe it would be best to bring your cars inside, your pets maybe, but really pea-size hail isn't that dangerous to windshields, but still, just think about it. Again, if you're just now tuning in, very large hail, potentially up to 1.5 inches or larger at this point, falling here near Tampico, Illinois. Tampico? Tampico or Tampico? Not sure how you say that. Again, new radar update should be coming in literally any second. See if the velocities have updated. Yes, they have. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot of lightning strikes just popped up here when you change over to the velocities because they've got that new radar update. So, quite a bit of lightning. Remember, this is all in the past 5 minutes, so doesn't look like much, but that's pretty impressive. Any day now. There we go. You ask and you shall receive. Yeah, this is getting even bigger. This hail is huge. really almost heading more north now than it is east. Got another radar update. What the heck? Is that just on the velocities? I don't know. Again, though, very large hail here. Maybe now Prophetstown. Maybe if you're in, like, eastern Prophetstown, maybe it would be wise to bring cars, pets inside. And our other storm here, there it is. There's your lightning strike. It starts as just a lightning strike. And then it turns into a hailstorm like we're seeing right now. So, again, like the Coal Valley area, maybe it's smart to bring your cars, pets inside now. Storm is approaching. Again, this is an incredibly favorable environment for severe thunderstorms to pop up. And it's really two storms that we're watching. Again, one of them is going to be down here to the south. And then the other is going to be to the north. If you're in the middle, I mean, you might not see anything at all. But you go 50 miles north or 50 miles south, you got a fully fledged severe outbreak on the way. See, so again, this storm south of Davenport, and then the storm here near Tampico and Prophetstown in Illinois are the two that we're watching at the second. The reason I say at the second instead of at the minute is because who knows, in the next minute there might be another one. And you know what? I would even say this near Aledo is starting to take an impressive shape, and it had a lightning strike earlier, and even on this new radar update, it is getting a little bit more intense. I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but you'll see what I was talking about. I was right. This is incredibly favorable. This hail is getting even larger by the second. And yeah, there's the upgrade to the severe warning I was talking about. 1.75-inch hail here now. At this point, it's like it's time to seek shelter. Away from windows. If you're near a window during this, that's a very bad place to be. Very big hailstorm coming. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning here for Whiteside and Henry counties in Illinois. Again, nothing too concerning in terms of tornadic potential yet, but hail is a big threat. Even some damaging winds. So, again, any reports, send them in to National Weather Service in Davenport, or whatever your local one is, but at this area it will be Davenport. Looks like we do not have any storm reports yet for today. That's not surprising, though, because this has just started. Like, I mean, when I started streaming, there was nothing going on, but now it's here. So again, it's this storm, and then the one south of Davenport that we're worried about. Again, very impressive, very defined hail core on this thing just to the south of Prophetstown. So if you're in southern or eastern Prophetstown, get inside, get away from windows. Bring your cars in, pets in, again, this is a very bad time for this to happen because a lot of people are heading home from work. They can't take shelter. So if you have that ability to get away from windows, don't take it for granted. Again, this thing is getting... I mean, it's definitely not weakening. Hard to say if it's getting worse or if it's remaining the same, but either way, I want to seek shelter away from windows. Very impressive hail core here. Again, warned for 1.75 inches up to golf ball size. So just imagine golf balls being flung at your windows at 60 miles per hour. Probably doesn't sound very pleasant, but that's what's going on here. Oh man, some other storms are starting to develop lightning here. And like I said, this one I was talking about, near Aledo, like I said, can develop hail any second. It looks like that might be happening. Maybe some pea-sized hail here. It's just crazy how quickly these can go from showers to severe thunderstorms. Again, sometimes they just skip over the shower phase. They go from sprinkles to storms. Like, within the span of one radar update. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we are looking at a live severe thunderstorm here. A hailstorm even, in between Tampico and Prophetstown here in northwestern Illinois. And there's another severe thunderstorm warning for that other storm I was talking about. It is for 1.25 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. That is a new severe thunderstorm warning for Orion, Kelowna, Geneseo, and Hillsdale in northwestern Illinois. We are looking at 2 severe thunderstorms now, and potentially a third one getting ready to get warned here near Aledo. So, again, anywhere here in northern Illinois over the next few hours, you're going to be seeing some pretty intense hail, it looks like. Looks like maybe this hail core is fizzling out a little bit, but still got some very heavy rain, and, I mean, there's still large hail on that, for sure. So, again, get away from windows if at all possible. This other storm here, again, 1.25 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds. That is half dollar size hail to put it into perspective. This one's moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. Again, these are taking a northeastern track here. So, about this direction. If you have any questions about the weather in your area, leave them down below. That is another severe thunderstorm warning, and it's for the storm I was talking about. 1 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds. I mean, this is just popping off. And again, 20 minutes ago, this was a few showers. And now it's severe thunderstorm warned. So now we are looking at three severe thunderstorm warnings here in this little area in northwestern Illinois. Definitely pretty dangerous storms here. Again, in terms of a tornadic threat, maybe not that much yet, but it's not going to take long for that to happen. The prime time for tornadoes is going to be later tonight for this area, but right now we are looking at hail and damaging winds. Very large hail, though. But an isolated tornado is possible at the minute. Oh man, that's some impressive lightning here to the west of Kelowna, southwest. Again, it doesn't look like that much, but those were all within the past 5 minutes, and really like the past 3 minutes. Before that, none of them were there. Maybe even 1 or 2 minutes. So lightning is definitely picking up. Large hail, maybe some damaging winds. All in play here with these three storms. Man, this one's starting to pick up some impressive lightning too near Aledo. At the minute, I know at the minute I've been getting very lucky with, I mean, it's not luck. I'm using my resources here and my weather knowledge to predict which storms are going to go crazy. Now, obviously, that sounds pretty egotistical. I don't want to make it seem like I'm some weather predicting boss, because I'm definitely not. But if anybody's wondering, like I did with these past three storms, I predicted them before they were severe warned. If anybody's wondering, what's the next one that's going to do that? I don't know. There's really nothing else that looks concerning here. Looks like this severe thunderstorm warning got downgraded to 1.25-inch hail for Tampico and Prophetstown. So, maybe these showers could turn into something. But again, I don't know everything about the weather. I've just been getting pretty lucky with these guesses here of which storms are going to pop off. But I mean, again, it's not totally luck either. It's a very educated guess, because as soon as these head into this environment, they have the potential for anything, really. So again, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings at the minute. All inside of our tornado watch box here. All capable of producing large hail and damaging winds. Very interested to see what these storms do next. Let's see what the Chicago radar shows here. Yeah, large hail. But obviously the Davenport one is better to look at right now because it's much closer. Yeah, these 3 are all very impressive storms, though. Really 4 storms, because this one warning is kind of 2 separate storms here. There's one near Orion, and then another one near Kelowna, or Kelowna, however you pronounce that. New radar update here, all still looking just as impressive. I'm interested to see velocity updates on this one. Because just by the look on the reflectivity, it's looking like maybe there's a bit of tornadic potential there. I don't want to say anything just yet. I don't want to get anybody scared, because it's definitely not like it's going to produce a tornado this second. But, yeah, I mean, there is rotation picking up here. That's not just a radar signal. That red there, gotta watch out for that. Heading for Kelowna. Oh my goodness! I look down at my feet and I just see the the biggest bug I've ever seen. That was scary. I thought it was a spider for a second, which is why I sound so shocked. But I hate spiders. I hate them. Whenever it gets warmer outside, there's always a big debate across my household of the people that want the windows down to keep it cooler and the people that don't want the windows down because bugs get inside. And I don't know if I want to take a stance on that. But it's definitely, there's a case to be made for both sides. I've complained about both during the stream, funnily enough. I've complained about it being too hot here, but then I've also complained about the bugs. So, either way, there is a downside, but also a payoff. Let's put it that way. But back to the severe weather coverage here. Again, 3 very impressive, kind of 4 very impressive storms here. One of them has got a little bit of a spin on it, potentially tornadic soon, near Kelowna. Yeah, I don't want to scare anybody just yet, but just saying what I see by looking at this thing from on radar. And we do not have any observed threats on this yet. They're all radar indicated because there's no chasers out here. We got some chasers off to the east, so once these head for the Chicago area, it will be much, much easier to get observed things on these tags, which it makes, whenever you say radar indicated, people think, oh, so it's not actually there? No, it's very likely that it's actually there. It just hasn't been sent into the National Weather Service by a person saying it, because a lot of people don't send in the reports either. You know, they see some huge hail on their front deck and they're like, oh, cool, but they don't send it in. Speaking of huge hail, that core just got huge, that core just got huge. But yeah. And this warning just got upgraded to 1.5 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. Again, that is ping pong ball size hail, heading straight for Aledo. This warning's still 1.25. This warning's still 1.25. I think the one near Prophetstown in Tampico is probably wearing down a little bit, but still some large hail on it. I'm more concerned about this little supercell here now, near Kelowna, because not only is it doing huge hail, but it's also doing some rotation business here, or at least some interesting wind action that is a little concerning. Again, for the first half hour of this stream, I was like, man, we're not going to see anything during this stream, are we? I went live at a bad time, but no, maybe I should have gone live half an hour later. Now everything's popping off. I'm kind of thinking I do stay live for a little bit longer here, but end soon and then go live again later tonight. Not necessarily tonight, but later, because I can't just sit here for 4 hours straight. I'm sorry, I just don't have it in me. I've already been going for over an hour, and I do enjoy it, but my voice gets tired. Obviously, I might get a little bored, but yeah. Yeah, still nothing that impressive here happening down south in our other enhanced risk of severe weather. But this northern one, things are going on. Should get a new radar update here in a couple minutes, if not 1 minute. No new updates on our severe warnings. Whiteside, Rock Island, Henry, and Mercer counties in Illinois, you've all got severe thunderstorm warnings. And I'm very concerned about this little supercell here near Kelowna or Kelowna, however you say that, near Dayton and Cleveland in Illinois. It's easier to say it that way. It's funny because Dayton and Cleveland are both big cities in Ohio, and they're right next to each other here in Illinois. But yeah, still a very impressive hail core on that thing. Very surprised this has not been upgraded to 1.5 inch hail. The one near Aledo is still pretty big too. But, I mean, this severe thunderstorm warning for Kelowna or Kelowna is going to get updated very soon, I imagine, and get a larger hail reading on it. Switch it over to the velocities. Still a little bit of rotation on that thing, but maybe that's getting a little less impressive. Sorry, I've been silent for a couple minutes here. Just been looking at some stuff, reading up. And these are some very impressive hailstorms here, just to the east of Davenport in Illinois. And it looks like this storm here for Kelowna did get upgraded to 1.5 inch hail like I was talking about. So some huge hail is heading into Kelowna or Kelowna right now, however you pronounce that. So you need to get indoors, bring your car into the garage, bring your pets inside. Anything you can do to protect your property, do it. So some very big hail here heading straight for you. New radar update will be any second here. Switch over to the velocities and wait for it, because it always happens on the velocities first on this radar. Oh, it actually happened first in the reflectivity this time. I was wrong. So again, still some very large hail now right on top of Kelowna or Kelowna. All the other hail cores are not quite as impressive, except for this one here near Aledo still. Is doing some big hail. And when I say not quite as impressive, I mean, they're still there, but it's not going to be as big as it was before. But still some 1 inch, yeah, I didn't even read this warning here. It got downgraded to 1 inch hail, but I was going to say maybe still some 1 inch hail possible over here near Tampico. And they downgraded it to 1 inch hail, so yeah. So again, just to recap, we got 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. One of them is for Whiteside County, Illinois, 1 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. One of them is for Rock Island County, Henry County, and Whiteside County in Illinois, 1.5 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And one of them is for Mercer County in Illinois, and we got 1.5 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That was a mouthful. Maybe this group of showers / storms here just to the north of Princeton is starting to take a more impressive shape here for large hail. I did a very bad job circling that. Just in between Walnut and Princeton there. Could be trying to do something. Just giving you the heads up ahead of time. Princeton and Walnut, you don't need to be concerned about that one because it's going to pass you before it does anything notable, likely, but... Yeah, and also some strong winds entering Kelowna / Kelowna here. Maybe this storm here, heading just to the north of Mediopolis, could be doing something. Got that new radar update, though, just proving me wrong. It weakened. Again, very big hail core near... there's a new severe thunderstorm warning. That is for... where? Where's that new warning? Is there not a new warning? It made the sound. What the heck? Is it trolling me? There we go. There it popped up. Okay, so it is for this storm that was severe warned. 1.5 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds for Dixon, Rochelle, and Mount Morris in northern Illinois. We're starting to get to an area that is much more populated that is going to need to know about this large hail. So if you have any family members in this area, make sure you notify them of this storm approaching. This warning is going to be in effect for the next hour and a half because they made it huge, so it ahead of time. They don't have to issue a new one. That one can just stay. And also because the storm is moving pretty fast. Actually, only northeast at 25 miles an hour. It was doing 35 just a little bit ago. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Oh my goodness. Where is that? It's this. Very interesting spot here. It's hard to explain, but Prophetstown and Tampico and Sterling, you got a new severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail and 50-mile-an-hour winds. But it's not for this storm that you just had. It's for a whole new one. So you're getting 2 massive hailstorms, technically. Dude, everything is popping off. 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, northern Illinois, specifically northwestern Illinois, seems to be the hot spot right now, man. We got 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, all that have popped off in the last 40 minutes. Really, the past 30 minutes. Definitely increasing in activity earlier than expected. As Roderick Howard mentioned earlier in the chat, he's like, oh yeah, the HRRR doesn't show anything for 3 to 4 hours. And he was right, it didn't, but these popped up earlier than everybody expected. Let's see here. This warning will get removed here any second. That was our original severe thunderstorm warning, the first one we had. The 2 main hail cores, one that just went through Kelowna/Kelowna, and then the other to the north of Tampico again is starting to build up. Again, nothing too concerning tornadic-wise yet, but maybe some broad rotation starting to build here. That severe warning got removed, or expired, I should say. I think that is probably going to be a good place to end this stream, because at some point I am going to have to eat dinner, take a little bit of a break, and then come back later this evening whenever things are even more intense and we've got even bigger hail and even some tornadic potential and damaging winds. I think that's going to be a much better time to come back at. So thank you, everybody, for tuning into this stream here. This was a fantastic stream. Got some bad weather on the way here for Northern Illinois. Not even on the way, it's here. So stay tuned in,